Hi, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Tomorrow is the huge full moon in October, and it's a super moon. And during this time, the energies of the universe is so strong and so powerful. And I have been feeling um, a lot of emotions. And that's normal during this time. I don't know about you. Um, what this means too is that for 5 days, so the supermoon is tomorrow, but for 5 days, so 2 days before, 3 days after, it's and 2 days after, 2 days before, the day of the supermoon, and then 2 days after are so powerful. It's very important to be in a good place. Because if not, you can really, really get lost in this. And you could wonder, why am I feeling this way? What is going on? And so that's what happens. And we need to just ground ourselves. And that's actually what I'm doing right now, is just taking some time to relax and unwind and for self care, to take care of myself, to do special things for myself. It's a little chilly outside today, so I decided I would ground indoors. And I don't know if you've seen these, but I have a grounding mat that I actually have my feet on right now. So it is just as good as being outside and standing on the earth. And I'm feeling the energy as I sit here. We have to protect our energies. And so when we're at a time like this, what do you do? And what it was it for? Well, it's a time of transformation. And I want to tell you, I have completely turned my life around, transformed my life. And if it weren't for me going through the things that I went through and being aware of where I am today and where I was a few years ago, I wouldn't have a good understanding of this. So, protecting our energies is not like, hey, I'm not ever leaving the house. It's that I know that I need to take extra care of myself. I need extra sleep during this time. And absolutely encourage you to get as much rest as you can for the next couple of days. So, what this also gives us is it gives us 4 months of the highest potential. So, okay, like what does that mean? Right? So, we can tell, you can tell by your feelings. And when your emotions are really high or really low, you know that the energy is really strong and so very powerful. And so, listen to yourself, listen to your body, and your intuition is God speaking to you. That is your highest, truest self. And so when you listen to that, you'll know, you know what to do. You hear the voice in your head, you hear it talking to you. But sometimes we just don't listen. So, hey, I'm Roberta, in case you don't know me, and I'm so grateful that you're here. 55 years. 55 years now I've been on this earth. And I'm going to tell you, I feel amazing. And I know that everyone else can too. When I turned things around and started taking care of myself and really treating myself better, I feel amazing. And you can too. So, what are you doing to take care of yourself? And what would you love? So, I encourage you to take some time to start a journal if you haven't done so already. To start a journal and write the things, write down what you want. When you write down what you want, I also want you to write down how you're going to feel once you have that. So let's just say you're asking for a new car. Okay. So you want a new car, you get the new car. How does it feel? Oh, you get inside, it's so clean, right? And you have that new car smell. Oh, you don't want to eat in it, you don't want to drink in it, you don't want to mess it up. It's so beautiful. How does it feel driving it? Write down those feelings. So, I love it. When I get into the car, um, it gets me to where I need to go, but it's a smooth. I like a smooth ride. I like a comfortable, sporty, smooth ride. What about you? So that's what I love. And I love something that has a little get up and go too. I like a little power, a little acceleration in my car. And it just feels I feel safe. I feel um I feel comfortable whenever I get into my car. It feels so good. I'm in the car every day. We want something that is going to make us feel good. So write down those things. How does it make you feel? And what I want you to do is to pretend that you already have that. You already have the car, those feelings that you're feeling. Every time you get into your car, whether you love it or not, I want you to pretend you already have your dream car. That is how you bring manifestations into your life. And during this time, when the portal is open, when we have 5 days of huge manifestation, it's really important to um, to journal and to listen to your intuition, to relax. I also like to take hot baths. It's so soothing and comfortable, and I can play a little like meditation music while I'm in there, and it just makes me feel so good. How do we how do we go about? Okay, we hear people talk about manifestation. So how do we go about doing this? Well, after deciding what we want, writing it down, we're going to be aware. We're going to start listening. So we're going to be aware of everything that we're thinking, the things that we're doing. We're aware. So I'm just noticing. I'm not I'm not uptight about it. I keep myself in a very calm, relaxed state. But when I'm like this, I may notice something about my life that I don't like. Maybe it's something that um, a feeling that I had, or a way that I responded to someone. And I noticed that, how does it feel? And if it didn't feel good, if I had bad thoughts in my head, I notice that and I change it. We all do. None of us are perfect. we're just trying to do the best that we can, but I believe we can do better. You guys, I have to tell you, I don't know what it is, but I find money everywhere. I kid you not. Last night, I went to a volleyball game, and on the way in to the gym, I saw this couple walking out. I saw him move his hands in his pocket or something, and something fell out, a piece of paper. And I thought, oh my goodness, I think it's money. So as we got closer, I saw for sure it was money. So we stopped the couple and I was like, hey, this just fell right out of your pocket. He was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Money comes to me effortlessly and frequently because because I state that. I have found envelopes of cash. I have found a wallet in the parking lot here. I found a $20 bill in the parking lot. I find money all the time when I'm out and about. I have found envelopes of money on the counter at a cosmetic counter. I can't even make this up. It is so interesting because I find money everywhere. Sometimes it's just change. I don't know about you, but if you see a penny on the ground or a quarter, whatever it may be, we used to say, oh, don't pick up a penny unless it's heads up. Oh no, you pick that darn penny up because I'm going to tell you something. If you don't, you're blocking yourself. You're saying, nope, I don't want any money. I don't need any more money. You walk right past it. You're not going to pick it up because it's on tails. I don't know. Whatever it may be. But let me just tell you, don't pass it up. Now, I've even found $100 bill in a grocery cart. Out in the middle, nowhere, no one to be found. So I always return it unless I cannot find who it belongs to. But all the time, if we just get into this relaxed state. So I said, you're blocking yourself though, if you don't pick it up. We have a lot of things that are blocking us. I have new awarenesses all the time, things that are blocking me. And one of the things just recently that I have worked through is that I realized that I had been sabotaging all relationships, friendships, and relationships. And so I took some time back. I took some time to just be aware and to notice. And I thought, what am I doing? And I realized, so I journal about it. So I have a journal. I wanted to tell you. So I have a journal that I write in every day. Nothing in particular, whatever I feel. And I realized that I didn't trust. I didn't trust anyone, and I pushed everyone away. We don't always have to get to the bottom of everything. Okay. I don't have to keep digging back into my past and finding, where did this come from? When did I start not trusting people? I don't have to do that. I just have to be aware of it and then make some changes in my life. So when I notice, oh, I see. So I have trouble trusting. then what I'm going to do is just be aware of this and start believing in myself first. So it starts with us. Everything starts with us. I have to believe in myself and trust myself. And another thing, too, is just love. How can I love someone if I don't love myself? Well, how do I know if I love myself? Um, I can tell by the way that I treat myself. I could tell that I had never truly loved myself. I don't even know at times if I liked myself. I think a lot of us have been there. When I noticed that, it opened everything up. And I had to learn to like me. There are things in our past. And like I said, some things I can't get to the root of, but if you have just an understanding of, oh, I actually have a hard time trusting people. I'd rather do everything myself because I can't trust that someone else is going to do that. So, how do we start healing from this? How do we release that blockage? Because that's a blockage. That is blocking, that was blocking me from finding true love until I started taking care of myself and started loving me for who I am today. And once that happened, everything began to change. I started having more courage to take action and to do the things that I wanted to do. Sometimes we don't know. We ask, what is our purpose? What am I here for? When you do that, when you really want to know, when you really want to dig in and figure those things out, be prepared. Because you might have a lot of things that are presented to you, and it might be confusing. So, for the past year, I've kind of switched a few different directions because I wasn't for sure what I wanted. I wasn't for sure what I needed. And so someone had said to me, you should start a podcast because that's where it's at. You'd be great. Love hearing you. And I was like, oh, no, that just seems like a lot of work. But I actually have started a podcast just this year and it is exploding. So what if I wouldn't have done it? Now, I thought about it when someone had mentioned it to me, and I thought, I just didn't know if that was what I wanted. I had to feel it out. I had to take some time. I had to do some research. I had to see, can I do this? Do I want to do this? I decided to give it a try. And yeah, it's exactly where I need to be. And sometimes we just have to trust. You have to trust your intuition, your guidance. And yeah, sometimes you're going to try things and it's not going to turn out how you wanted. But in order to do that, we're going to let go of the things that are stopping us. And those are fears, those are doubts that we have. So start writing that down. What is stopping me? Why do I not take that move? Why do I not take that step? What is it? Are you afraid of Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of being seen? Are you, what is it? It's your life. One of the things that we've been talking about recently is not to take things seriously. Like, don't take anything personally. Why do we always think people are talking about us just because they looked your way? And even if they are, do you know what they're saying? Do you really know? We don't know. Let's just, let's think the best. Let's think the best and hope for the best. This is a time to let go of the old. So we're going to take some time. We're going to journal. We're going to write down the things that we would love. And then we're going to journal and write down the things that we would love to let go of, that we want to release. Okay. So I'm releasing all self-doubt and all fear. I'm letting it go. I'm listening to my intuition and just taking the next step. We all have things in our past that we could say, well, this is why I'm that way, because this is how I was raised. No, I'm sorry. But you have to take full responsibility for your life today. Full responsibility where you are, the decisions that you have personally made. As we are doing this and we're being aware and we're listening, those fears, those doubts, all of the things, all of the blockages that we want to get rid of, all of those things in the past, let it go. We're going to let it go. We're going to write it down. We're going to take that piece of paper and you're either going to rip it up, shred it, or burn it. It's done. The past is the past. It's over. There is no reason to go back there. Sometimes we have some heavy things, really heavy things. But the only way to move forward in your life is to let it go. You can do it. I know you can. We're going to be aware of all of the things that we're feeling because we should feel good every day. What on else are we here on this earth for? I encourage you to take the next couple of days and take any downtime that you can. Relax, rest, meditate, do yoga. Meditation is beautiful. It can look like whatever you want it to. Seriously. You can just sit there in silence. You can stare at a candle, stare at the flame on a candle. It's so mesmerizing and so peaceful. Just lay down and relax and take a nap. That's what it's about. Letting it go. That's what we're going to do tonight. Know when to say no. Know when to say, I've had enough for today. And in the evening, as I'm going to bed, I write down a list of the things that I need to do tomorrow, or that I would love to accomplish tomorrow. That's what I do. And I get done what I can and I cross it off. And whatever I don't finish goes on to the next day. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. It can wait. I hope that you found this useful and helpful. I hope you feel good and relaxed and centered and grounded. And if you want to know what grounding mat I use, let me know and I will send you the link for the grounding mat because it is a game changer, especially in the winter time when it's freezing cold here and I don't want to go outside. And if you haven't seen it, there's a documentary out there. I think it's called Earthing. And it's so insightful. I guarantee you will love it. I love you all. And I hope that you found this useful. I hope that I've encouraged you and inspired you to take some time for you. Life is truly beautiful. You can have everything you want. But the crazy thing is, you can be happy where you're at today. You can absolutely be happy with what you have today, even though you don't have everything that you want. Learn to appreciate, learn to have gratitude, and give thanks for everything today. And I want to thank you for being with us today. This was so encouraging. I'm going to do my work, my journaling, and I'm going to relax. And I hope you do the same. So I have some meditations, some guided meditations that I have recorded. They're on my YouTube, and you can find those. Very short 3 and 5 minute meditations. They're so good, and they're short and sweet. They'll put you in that state of peace. And I think that's what we're all looking for, right? The feeling of peace, fulfillment, completeness, wholeness, bliss. So reach out if you need that. And enjoy the rest of your day.